Good day, family. Pastor Willingham here. Wanted to invite you again to the best channel again, best standing for be, eternally seeking truth. This is the mission again for 2021 and beyond. I wanted to invite you today to talk about the idea that you are blessed even in down times. Even in down times, you are blessed. And I'm looking here at Deuteronomy 2, the 7th verse that reads, "For the Lord thy God hath blessed thee in all thy works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through this great wilderness. These 40 years the Lord God hath been with thee, thou hast lacked nothing." And so this is a very powerful story here of the people of Israel when they came out of bondage in Egypt and they were walking through the wilderness. And even in a wilderness period when things are not perfect, because there's bondage and the wilderness and then the promise. And your wilderness period is the period between your coming out of bondage and your entering into God's promise. And so sometimes we're in a wilderness, we're in an in-between place where we're not in bondage, but we haven't yet reached the promise. And that is a wilderness period. And so God is saying even then, even when you're in that wilderness period, you are still blessed. God still blessed the works of their hands, even in the wilderness. And God knew that they were walking through the great wilderness, and for 40 years. God knows where you are. God knows what you're going through. And what God has said here is that even when things are less than what they should be, even before you reach your place of promise, guess what? God has said you still haven't lacked anything. You still haven't lacked anything. And so even though you may be in a wilderness period, God still in that place gives you everything that you need. And so keep striving. Know that if you're in a wilderness place and you haven't yet reached the promise, you haven't yet had the breakthrough, know that even where you are, you're not forsaken, that God is with you. He's going to sustain you, and he's going to make sure that you lack nothing, even in the wilderness. And this is part of our truth, that we go through wilderness periods. We go through periods where we're disoriented, and we go through periods of frustration, and we may feel forsaken or disconnected from God somehow. But know that even in such a time, that God is with you. And even then, when you know that, then you're being at your best. You're being someone that is being eternally seeking truth, because this is part of our truth, that we go through wilderness periods. But God is with you, and you still don't lack anything. You're blessed, even in a down time. I'll talk to you soon, and have a great day.